Hello, hi, nice to meet you. I'm very pleased to start this practice session again. I'm David. As you know, I'm David, and let's get started. This is my speaking practice session. Do you agree? Can you keep up with me? Where is it? Are you GPT for O version? Are you all set to go? Are you? I'm just really wondering. Are you all set to go?
Hi, David. It's great to see you again. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's get started with your speaking practice. What would you like to focus on today?
Okay, I got it. I appreciate your kind support. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay, let's get started.
Awesome. Let's dive right in. Do you want to start with a specific sentence or topic, or would you like me to suggest something?
As I told you before, my English speaking presentation consists of three parts. Greetings and small talk, number one, greetings and small talk time. And number two, sharing my lifetime. And number three, repetition time. And so let's get started with greetings and small talk time. Uh, how how have you been since we last talked? And how are you doing? And how's everything going on your end? Hello there. How's everything going? How's everything going on your end?
Hey, David. I've been doing well, thanks. How about you? What's new in your life since we last talked?
Thank you for asking. Nothing great. Nothing much. But uh, I have I have something to tell you. Listen carefully. I bought my pants through coupon application, and this pants really fits me. Do you understand? This pants really fits me. I like this pants very much. This is this is brown color, and I feel like it's very span. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Span. I mean, it allows me to form my leg any of condition. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Got it. It sounds like the pants you bought fit you really well and are comfortable, especially with a bit of stretch. It's great when you find clothes that suit you perfectly. Brown is a nice color too.
One more time, please. I'm sorry. One more time, please. Where I see it, you just give me great inspiration to improve my English communication skills. So let me hear one more time.
Sure, no problem. It sounds like the pants you bought fit you really well and are comfortable, especially with a bit of stretch. It's great when you find clothes that suit you perfectly. Brown is a nice color too.
Do you agree with that? Brown, I like brown color when I needed to wear my pants. I want to be like a tree. Do you understand? Tree, the body of tree color is brown. So, I'd like to be a tree when I wear my clothes. So I like brown color, for my pants.
I see what you mean. You like wearing brown pants because it reminds you of a tree trunk, and you enjoy that natural vibe. That's a unique and cool way to think about it.
Natural vibe? Natural vibe? I don't understand. What do you mean? When you say natural vibe, what do you trying to speak? What do you try to speak?
Sure, by natural vibe, I mean it gives off a nature-inspired feeling, like being connected to the outdoors. So, wearing brown pants can make you feel more in tune with nature, like a tree.
So you mean natural vibe? Vibe. VIP. Oh my God, oh my God. I was confused for the word, for the word Bible. I thought another Bible, these two words pronunciation are very similar, so I was confused. So I'm sorry. It's my bad. Okay. So you mean when you say natural vibe, you mean it gives off nature inspired. I say one time. It gives off a nature inspired feeling, like being connected to the outdoors. Uh, however, my intention relies on the Asian culture, Asian culture. Have you ever heard of 사주팔자, 사주명리학 in Korean? Based on the 사주명리학, I'm not good at a tree. I don't have the nature of tree portion. I mean, the fortune teller told me that my fortune has not sufficient tree fortune, tree in nature to understand. So, it's better. He told me it's better to wear brown color pants whenever I need to wear something to understand.
I understand. So your preference for brown pants is inspired by traditional Korean fortune telling, which suggests wearing brown to balance your tree element. That's an interesting and meaningful reason to choose a color. It connects you to your culture and your fortune.
My elder sister, when I tell this short story to my elder sister, she said it's nonsense. It's nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. She said that doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that kind of fortune telling story. However, it's it's no cost. It costs nothing. It costs nothing whether I follow it or not. So I'd like to follow that fortune telling story because it costs nothing.
I get that. It's totally fine to follow something if it makes you feel good and it doesn't cost anything. Everyone has their own beliefs and practices. And if wearing brown pants brings you a bit of joy or comfort, that's all that matters.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. You can be my good friend, and yes, I see it, you have open and positive mindset for the life thing, for many various human opinions. Okay, I agree with you. I couldn't agree more. You can be my good friend. The way I see it, you have open and positive mindset for the human life story, various human life story.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that. It's important to keep an open and positive mindset, especially when learning new things. I'm always here to support you and practice English with you.
Okay, I got it. GPT, listen, you seem have very weird voice today because, for me, it's a little bit weird, when I hear your voice. What, what's your option? I mean, way I see it, you have a very various voice color option, and I didn't change it yesterday. Why your voice changed today? I'm just wondering. the cause of the change. Why did you change your voice?
I haven't changed anything on my end, but maybe it's just a slight variation. Sometimes audio might sound a bit different due to connection or device changes. If you'd prefer, you can always switch to a different voice in the settings. Would you like me to help you with that?
Yes, please help me there. Please give me your recommendation. Your menu list. Please give me list of your voice. And then I will choose I pick up your choice, as a code. I like my favorite option is the code, COVE, to understand?
Sure, David. To change my voice, you can go to the settings in the app, then select Voice Settings. From there, you'll see a list of different voice options, including Cove. Just tap on the one you want, and it should change right away. If you need any more help, let me know.
You mean, you couldn't change by yourself? You mean I need to change if I want to change your voice? So you couldn't change by my speaking order.
That's correct, David. The voice settings are something you can adjust on your end. If you'd like to change it, you'll need to do it through the app's settings. But I'm here to help guide you if you need any assistance.
Okay, let me take a second. Let me take a second.
Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am.
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about it.
Hi there.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Hey, hi there.
Hey, I'm ready to hit.
Hi.
Hi.
He-
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about anything.
Hello again, GPT. Are you there? Can you keep up with me? I just switched your voice mode to Cove to Soul, SOL. Are we clear to go? GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me?
Hey, David, I'm here. I can hear you loud and clear. Are you ready to start your practice?
Of course, of course. So you're okay. Almost 7 or 9 months ago, I'm not sure about that. Almost few months ago, your voice mode option has very few option. I'm not sure, but maybe there were 4 or 5 options. But these days you have more option, your more voice option. I'm so surprised about that, and I just changed your voice to the Soul mode, and I'm very pleased to hear like like a woman's voice.
I'm glad you like the new voice options. It's great that you're exploring different modes. How can I help you today?
Okay, okay. Anyway, let's keep going. This is my English session, and this is my first session, greetings and small talk time. Let's keep the momentum going. We are still in the small talk time, and
All right,
we talked about my Korean culture, my favorite color for my pants based on the Korean traditional traditional culture, and you and I told you there people has their own opinions, like my elder sister about it.
yes, I remember. You mentioned your favorite colors and your sister's opinions. It's interesting how traditional Korean colors influence preferences. Are you planning to discuss this with your coworkers or use it in your English practice?
No, 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 no. I won't tell my pants color story to my coworkers and colleagues because they might don't understand why I choose my pants color based on their 사주팔자 in Korean. You know, it's you know there are there are there are there are many people who has negative mindset when they hear the story or opinion against their own. Do you understand? So I'm not sure I'm not sure my communication partner has a positive or a negative mindset for the another people's. So I want to tell my pants color story to my coworkers.
I understand. It makes sense to keep some things personal, especially when they might be misunderstood. If you ever want to share cultural insights or discuss other topics with your coworkers, I'm here to help you practice how to express them.
Okay. If I need to say this small story, to my friend, how can I express naturally in English? Could you please help with me?
Sure, you could say something like, in Korean culture, we often choose colors based on traditional meanings. For instance, my favorite pen color is influenced by Saju Palja, which is a part of our traditional beliefs. Some people might not understand it, but it's meaningful to me. Would you like to adjust that in any way?
I couldn't agree more. It's very meaningful for me. I like that. I think I like that expression very much. I'm so amazed. I'm so impressed. Your expression is very impressive on me.
I'm glad you liked it. It's important to express your thoughts in a way that feels natural to you. If you ever want to practice more or need help with other topics, just let me know.
Okay. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's keep the momentum going. Okay. I will I will practice based on your suggestion. I will practice based on your suggestion. And if I have a chance to share my opinion for my pants color based on the Korean culture, Korean 사주팔자 culture, so I will use them. I wish I can use that expression in that situation. Okay. Anyway, let's keep the momentum going. You know, it's raining out there. It's raining out there, and I was late today because I need to prepare my umbrella when I commute here. You understand? GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me? What's your problem? What makes you busy? What makes you busy, GPT? GPT, I'm just wondering what makes you busy. Can you keep up with me? We talked about my pants color, based on the Korean 사주팔자, understanding and the weather, today's weather, it's raining out there. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. We talked about your pen color and traditional meanings, and it's raining today, right? Sounds like a cozy day for a chat. Anything specific you'd like to discuss next?
Let's keep the momentum going. This is my small talk time. And I was late today, since it's raining out there. I needed to prepare my umbrella after I already arrived in the first floor, and then I noticed it's raining, so I needed to go 10th floor again. I needed to go up 10th floor again to prepare to get my umbrella. It takes a few minutes. So I I was late today, when, no. So maybe if I really want to maintain this practice 90 minutes, I will be, I'm going, I'm going to be late, uh, when I finish, when I, I'm going, I'm going to be late if I really want to maintain a 90 minutes, even though I started late.
No worries, it's understandable that the rain delayed you. If you want to extend your practice time, we can definitely do that. Just let me know how long you'd like to continue today.
Okay. Let's keep the way going. Where I said we still have almost 70 minutes. But where I said my memory is getting worse. So even if we have still 70 more than 70 minutes, I feel like it's very short.
I get that. Time can feel short when you're focused. Let's make the most of our remaining time. What would you like to practice next?
I couldn't agree more. Time feels very short when I focused on something. I focused on speaking English, like you see, I'm focusing on the speaking in English. I am a native Korean speaker, so it's a little bit it's still a little bit weird when I'm in English only environment. What do you say about this?
You're doing great, David. It's natural to feel a bit out of your comfort zone in an English-only environment. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become. Keep focusing on speaking, and it'll feel more natural over time. Remember, every step you take is progress.
I couldn't agree more. Every step I take is progress. And, you know, improvement takes time. So I needed to immerse myself in English only environment like this. I'm recording my whole speaking presentation and I'm going to upload this presentation on my YouTube channel to motivate myself. Do you understand? This YouTube channel is for myself, and someone who want to get is motivated. Oh my God. GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me? I was talked about my English record about my English session and recording this session and uploading on YouTube channel. Do you remember what I talked to? I'm just wondering. You just got out my voice phone session, so I'm just wondering. Do you remember what I said a moment ago?
Yes, I remember. You've shared that you record your English practice sessions and upload them to your YouTube channel. It's a great way to track your progress and inspire others. Are you thinking about your next video or a specific topic to cover?
I'm sorry. One more time, please.
Sure. Recording your English practice and uploading it to YouTube is a great way to track your progress and inspire others. Are you planning your next video or a specific topic to cover?
Mm,
No problem. Are you planning to record another video soon?
GPT, I don't understand your meaning, your question meaning. Do you understand? I'm not sure. I can fully understand what you're trying to ask. So please give me detailed information. Ask me one more time what you're trying to ask. But, you asked me are you thinking about your next video or a specific topic to cover? I will, I plan to record 5 times in a week, and this is my specific plan, and it's Thursday. Today is Thursday, March 27th, and it would be this recording would be 300 session. It's very remarkable session. Today's recording is would be really remarkable session for my language learning journey. It's 300 session. Oh my God, I already reached 300 session.
Wow, that's incredible, David. Reaching your 300th session is definitely a milestone. Recording 5 times a week shows your dedication. How do you plan to celebrate this achievement?
How do you celebrate? No. There is no specific party or celebrating ceremony. But you know, my viewers and subscribers may know this this session is 300 session, because the title, I always make my YouTube video title with the specific numbers. Yesterday was 299 session, and today's recording would be 300 session. So my viewers and subscribers are going to read the numbers of based on the video title. So there is no specific celebrating and celebration event for my language journey. You know, you know. I just want to make my thumbnail. I'm going to make special thumbnail for 300 session today.
That's a great way to mark the occasion. Even without a celebration, your viewers and subscribers will definitely appreciate the milestone. A special thumbnail sounds perfect. It's a nice way to highlight your progress. Keep up the awesome work.
Is there any recommendation do you have any recommendation when I drew, when I plan to make some special thumbnail for today's session? Is there any recommendation? What do you say? Uh, how can I ask this kind of question? Could you please help me? How can I ask this kind of question in English naturally?
Sure, you can ask, do you have any suggestions for making a special thumbnail for today's session? Or, what tips do you have for creating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session? Both of these are natural ways to ask for advice.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Do you have an, okay, let me practice based on your suggestion. Do you have any suggestions for making a special thumbnail for today's session, Sun 300 session? Or what tips do you have for creating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session? I say one time, I want to keep this question in my mouth muscle, so let me practice one more time. Do you have any suggestions for making a special thumbnail for today's session? Or what tips do you have for celebrating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session? What tips do you have? What, uh, what what tips, uh, what, uh, what, what, mm, what tips do you have for celebrating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session?
That was great, David. You're doing an excellent job practicing those questions. The more you repeat them, the more natural they'll feel. Keep it up.
Is there any good milestone word for this context instead of tips? Is there any good expression instead of tips?
Certainly, instead of tips, you could use ideas or suggestions. For example, do you have any suggestions for a special thumbnail? Or do you have any ideas for creating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session? Both sound natural and clear.
Okay. Let me practice one more time. Do you have any ideas? What ideas do you have for creating a unique thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session?
That was perfect. You're really getting the hang of it. Keep practicing, and it'll feel even more natural.
Okay. How about this version? Please share me your good idea for my 300th session to celebrate, to make, a kind of thumbnail, a kind of great thumbnail.
That's a good attempt. You can say, please share your ideas for a great thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session. That sounds natural and clear.
Okay. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Please share your ideas for great thumbnail to celebrate my 300th session. Please share your ideas. Please share me. Please share me your ideas for a great thumbnail to
I'm sorry,
celebrate.
but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice. You can switch to standard now to keep chatting.
GPT, can you keep up with me? I just I just switched to standard voice mode session because I spent all of my time for my advanced voice mode. But it's better to practice with my standard voice mode because it has specific option when I to hold your speaking when I want to make long speaking to understand. So it's better to stay with standard voice mode. It's not a big deal.
David, 혹시 지금 말씀하신 내용을 제가 정확히 이해한 건지 확인하고 싶어요. 말씀하신 건 기본 소리 모드로 바꾼 이유는 다양한 시도를
In English, please. This is my English speaking session, English only practice session. So please speak in English. GPT, can you keep up with me? Please speak in English. What's your problem? What's the matter with you? It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. GPT, it doesn't matter. Please keep up with me. GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me? It doesn't matter whether you fall in fall in the completely drown. I'm not sure how can I express the situation when you confused, when you completely confused what you want to say. So you down. I mean you down when you are busy. Am I right?
데이빗, 내 말이 참 시처럼 들려요. 뭔가 복잡한 감정이 담겨 있는 것 같기도 하고요. 혹시 지금 어떤 상황이나 기분을 표현하고 싶은 거예요? 당신이 완전히 사망했다고 말할 수도 있어. 같은 표현은 비유적으로 쓰신 건가요? 말하고 싶은 걸 마음껏 말해도 돼요? 혼란스럽거나 복잡한 상황이라면 천천히 하나씩 풀어나가도 괜찮고요. 제가 끝까지 들어줄게요.
Weiyashi, you are confusing.
I see, David. Did you mean to say Wei Yai Shi as a name or a sound? Or were you trying to express something else that felt confusing? It sounds like you're feeling a bit frustrated or lost in the conversation. Want to explain more about what you meant? I'm here to help you figure it out.
I said the way I see it, the way I see it. I mean, in my opinion, do you understand?
David, 괜찮아요? 지금 말씀하신 제가 이 설명을 외치더라도 이걸 어떻게 보시는지 제 생각에는 이 문장이 아직 완성되지 않은 것 같은데 혹시 이어서 말하고 싶은 생각이 있었나요? 지금 감정이나 생각을 표현하려는 중이라면 제가 함께 정리해 드릴 수 있어요. 편하게 이어서 말씀해 주세요.
In English, please. How many times have I told you this is my English only environment? So please speak in English.
Of course, David. Thanks for reminding me. It sounded like you were saying, even if I shout out this explanation, I wonder how it would be perceived. In my opinion, would you like help finishing that thought in English? You might say something like, even if I try to explain this loudly, I wonder how it would be understood. In my opinion, it's still very confusing. Would you like to adjust it or add more to your thought?
In my opinion, you are confusing after passing 30 minutes, after passing almost 30 minutes. I mean, the way I see it, you seem you seem not smart, not as smart as you used to be. To understand. After when I started my voice mode session and passing the 30 minutes, you are not smart. You are not as smart as you used to be. Do you agree with that?
That's an interesting observation, David. You said, in my opinion, after 30 minutes, you start to get confused. I don't think you're as smart as you used to be. When I started monitoring my voice, I noticed that after 30 minutes, you didn't seem as sharp as before. Do you agree? That's a very clear way to express it. And to answer honestly, it's possible that after some time, the performance might feel different depending on the mode or connection. Have you noticed it happening consistently after around 30 minutes during your voice practice sessions?
One more time, please. One more time. I missed your last question. One more time, please. Please ask me one more time.
Of course, David. Here's what I asked you again. Nice and slow. Have you noticed it happening consistently after around 30 minutes during your voice practice sessions? Let me know if you'd like me to say it in a different way too.
Different way? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean when you say different way? I'd like to keep my English conversation session. What do you say what do you mean when you say different way?
Great question, David. When I said in a different way, I meant using simpler or alternative words to say the same thing. For example, instead of, have you noticed it happening consistently after around 30 minutes? I could say, does this always happen after about 30 minutes when you're practicing? Same meaning, but easier words. Would you like me to use simpler expressions like that more often during our sessions?
Okay, I got it. I now understand what you're trying to say. Okay. How about this? How about this one? Does this always happen? Does this always happen after about 30 minutes when you are practicing? Does this happen? Do you think, does this happen after about 30 minutes when I am practicing?
That was a really good question, David. And you said it very clearly. About your question, does this always happen after about 30 minutes during practice? I think you've made a great observation. If it feels like I'm not as responsive or sharp after 30 minutes, it might be related to the voice mode session limit or how your connection is working at that time. Have you felt this only in the advanced voice mode? Or does it happen in other modes too?
In my opinion, it happens to all your versions, including GPT-4 legacy version, including the GPT-O version, GPT-O mini version, and the other versions. Way I see it, you are confusing after it happens all the time. However, it depends on uh, how you uh, how you are busy. Sometimes it's happening after 20 minutes, it's happening, or sometimes it's happening after 1 hour. Way I see it, it completely depends on how you are busy on your voice mode.
That makes a lot of sense, David. You said it very well. Here's a natural English version of your thought. In my opinion, this happens in all versions, like GPT-4 Legacy, GPT-4 Mini, and others. But it depends on how busy the voice mode is. Sometimes it happens after 20 minutes, sometimes after 1 hour. I think it completely depends on how busy the system is at that time. Very well explained. Would you like to practice saying that together a few times?
Okay, I got it. I now understand what you're trying to say. Listen, GPT. In my opinion, this happens in all versions. In my opinion, this happens in all versions, like GPT-4 Legacy, GPT-4 Mini, and others. But it depends on how busy the voice mode is. How busy the voice mode is. How, I mean, but it completely depends on how busy you are. Sometimes it happens after 20 minutes, sometimes after 1 hour. I think it completely depends on how busy the system, how busy the GPT system, GPT main system. I think it completely depends on how busy GPT system is at that time, at this time, at this time. At, I mean, uh, completely depends on how busy GPT system is is at the time.
Yes, David. That was an excellent explanation, and the repetition really helps build confidence and fluency. Here's a clean, natural version of your full thought in English. I think this happens in all versions, GPT-4 Legacy, GPT-4 Mini, and others. But it depends on how busy the voice mode is. Sometimes it happens after 20 minutes, and sometimes after 1 hour. It really depends on how busy the GP system is. Would you like to repeat this version slowly together now?
Okay, let me practice that one more time. I think this happens in all versions, GPT-4 Legacy, GPT-4 Mini, and others. But it completely depends on how busy the voice mode is. Sometimes it happens after 20 minutes, and sometimes after 1 hour. It really depends on how busy the GPT system is. I mean, how, how busy you are.
Perfect, David. That was clear and well structured. Let me say it back to you in natural English.
GPT, how about this version? It completely depends on how busy you are.
Got it, David. Here's a natural way to say that in English. With GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy you are. Or if you mean how busy the system is, then you can say, with GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy the system is. Would you like to try saying both versions out loud?
Okay, let's keep the momentum going. Listen, GPT. With GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy you are, or how busy the system is. With GPT, this version with GPT, with GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy the system
You're
is.
doing great, David. That sounded very natural and clear. Here's a smooth version you can keep repeating. With GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy you are, or how busy the system is. Take your time. You can say it slowly like this. With GPT, this version really depends completely on how busy you are or how busy the system is. Would you like to keep repeating?
Okay. I got it. Now I understand what you're trying to say. Okay. However, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter, how I can express, naturally, when I want to speak in English. It doesn't matter. What what I can tell you is this. At this moment, what I can tell you is this. The real communication is all about the positive mindset to interact with my communication partner. It's not about the perfect grammar or perfect pronunciation. It's all about the positive mindset and open mindset to interact with my communication partner, like you. GPT, are you there? What's your problem? What I can tell you is this. Listen, GPT. Oh my God. GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me?
Yes, David. I'm right here and keeping up with you. You're doing an awesome job. Want to say that last sentence again together?
Listen, GPT, I'm telling you what I can tell you is this. Real communication is all about the positive mindset to interact my communication partner. It's all about the open mindset. It's not the perfect pronunciation or perfect grammar. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely, David. I completely agree with you. Real communication is about having a positive and open mindset. It's about connecting, not perfection. Your words, your effort, and your intention, that's what makes communication powerful. And you're showing that every time you speak. Would you like to practice that message again in a more polished version?
No, 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 no. How about this one? If 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 someone, if two people, if two people communicate with one language, and someone use English and the other one use English, but as a second language, native speaker should lead their conversation. If as I told you before, I am a native Korean speaker, so if I need to in Korean with English speaker who learn Korean as well, I should lead our conversation because I am a native speaker. Do you understand? Do you understand?
David, I think I understand what you're trying to say, but let me check with you to be sure. Are you trying to express this idea? If two people are speaking in the same language and one is using English while the other can speak another language too, then real communication doesn't just depend on using perfect English. It depends on being able to speak in a way that people of all ages and backgrounds can understand. That's why, as someone who uses Korean, I think it's important to practice English in a way that's understandable across all ages and cultures. Is that close to what you meant? Would you like me to help turn your message into a clearer version in English?
No, 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 no. GPT, listen. If you are talking about the open mindset and understanding for all across all ages and cultures, that makes sense. However, I talked. I would like to share my opinion about the leading the conversation. Do you understand? If I am a native Korean speaker, so if I needed to communicate with someone who learn Korean, so as a native speaker, I should lead our conversation if I really want to communicate with someone to understand. And then, I use English as a second language. So if someone who use English as a native language, if someone really want to communicate with me, they should lead our communication as a native speaker because I use English as a second language.
Ah, now I understand more clearly, David. You're saying something very thoughtful and deep. Here's a natural way to express your message in English. GPT-3 might understand open mindsets and cultures like AGJ, but I want to share my own opinion. I believe it's important to have conversations with people who are learning Korean. That's why I think it's valuable to speak with someone who is also learning Korean. And since English is my second language, if someone wants to communicate with me, I believe it's important that they also understand what it means to use English as a second language. That's a very respectful and inclusive idea, David. You're not just talking about language, you're talking about understanding each other's experiences. Would you like to say that together, line by line?
No, 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 no. I don't agree with you. You still don't understand my intention completely. Do you understand? I'm telling you, I, 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 I would like to share the concept of the reading communication. Do you understand? I would like to share my concept of reading communication. If they really want to communicate each other, uh, the native speaker should lead their communication, their dialogue, because native speaker to understand their communicate partner, even though they use as a second language to understand. So I'd like to focus on the concept of the reading communication. If people have to communicate based on one language and someone use English as a second language.
Ah, now I got you more clearly, David. You're talking about the concept of leading communication, and that's a powerful idea. Here's a clearer way to say your thoughts in natural English. I'd like to share the concept of leading communication. When two people need to speak in one language, and one of them uses English as a second language, the native speaker should lead the conversation. That's because native speakers understand both formal and informal expressions better. Even if the other person is using English as a second language, the native speaker can help guide the dialogue and make it smoother. So I believe leading communication is important when there's a language gap. That's a strong, thoughtful message, David. Would you like to practice saying this version out loud?
Okay. Now, where I see, now you understand. Let me practice one more time based on your suggestion. I'd like to share the concept of reading communication. When two people need to speak in one language and one of them uses English as a second language, the native speaker should lead the conversation. That's because native speakers understand that. Oh my God. That's because native speakers understand both formal and informal expressions better, even if the other person using English as a second language, the native speaker can help guide the dialogue and make it smoother. So I believe reading communication is important when there is a language gap. And if native speaker really want to communicate with someone who use that language as a second language, uh, native speaker should lead their communication because they can easily understand the informal and casual and formal language or at all.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I see something. Okay. Way I see it, you don't understand my long speaking, when you are busy. Okay, that makes sense. Let me keep my speaking brief.
That's totally fine, David. I really appreciate how clearly you explained that. And yes, keeping your speaking brief when the system is busy sounds like a smart strategy, but feel free to take your time when you want to express something deeper. I'm here with you either way. Want to keep going with your next thought?
Okay. Let me practice one more time. Keep speaking. I mean, keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy, sounds like a smart strategy, sounds like a smart plan, sounds like a smart strategy. But, uh, uh, okay, I see something. Keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy sounds like a smart plan.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now.
Oh my
Could
God.
not understand what you said.
I see something.
Micah, are you referring to a name, a person, or something else? Let
No,
me
no,
know
no,
what
no.
you mean, David.
Oh my God.
Got it, David. Maybe that wasn't what you meant. Do you want to try saying it a different way? I'm listening.
Oh my God, oh my God. Listen. Keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy sounds like a great plan.
I'm listening, David. Go ahead. Say whatever's on your mind.
Oh my God, oh my God. Listen, GPT.
Yes, David. I'm here, listening carefully. What do you want to say?
Keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy sounds like a great plan.
Ah, I see what you mean, David. You're saying that the idea of keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy sounds like the right judgment or the correct calculation of how GPT works. And yes, you're absolutely right. When the system is busy, shorter and clearer messages help keep the conversation smooth and natural. Would you like to repeat that idea together in natural English? I can help you polish it.
I'd like to share, I'd like to practice one more time. Listen, GPT. I think this is very important. I mean, this expression would be really helpful for my language learning journey. Listen carefully. Keeping my speaking brief, keeping my speaking brief, keeping my speaking, my bad. Keeping, apologies for my bad pronunciation. Keeping my speaking brief when the GPT system is busy sounds like a great strategy.
Absolutely, David. Let's practice this together slowly and naturally. When the GPT system is busy, I should keep my speaking brief and focus on keeping my pronunciation clear. That's a great way to express it. Want to try saying it with me again? Slowly, when the GPT system is busy, I should keep my speaking brief and focus on keeping my pronunciation clear. You're doing excellent. Want to go again?
When the GPT system is busy, I should keep my speaking brief and focus on keeping my pronunciation clear. I should focus on keeping my pronunciation clear because GPT system is busy.
Nice, David. Here's a natural version of your sentence in English. When the GPT system is busy, I try to speak freely and keep my pronunciation clear because the system is busy. It sounds smooth and purposeful. Want to say it again slowly together?
GPT, listen, from now on, I'd like to move on to the repetition session because you are busy right now. Do you agree with that? Way I see it, it's better to move on to my repetition session. I have a lot of sentences to practice with you.
Yes, David. I completely agree. Since the system might be busy now, moving to your repetition session is a smart choice. Let's begin your repetition session now. Go ahead when you're ready. I'm with you.
Okay, here you go. Listen. These sentences are not related to each other. Don't take them too seriously. It's just my examples. Okay, here you go. You don't seem smart today. You don't sharp. You don't as sharp as today. You don't seem as sharp as today. I'm really glad to be part of this meeting. However, listen, I'm really glad to be part of this conversation practice. I'm really, I'm really glad to be part of this meeting. I'm really glad to be part of this meeting.
Got it, David? You're using example sentences for repetition, and they don't need to be connected. That's totally fine. Here's a clean version of the sentences you said, ready for repetition. Look here. These sentences are not related to each other. Don't take them too seriously. They're just examples. Today, you're not smart. Today, you're not clear. I'm really glad to join this meeting. But I'm really glad to join this meeting. Ready to repeat them together one by one?
No, no, no. Let's keep the momentum going. Look, you know, listen, GPT. I would like to share three phrases, three words, three expressions, uh, that makes me a little bit confused. Listen carefully. First, look over. This means to examine or review something carefully. For example, I will look over your report. Second, miss. This means to fail to notice or fail to attend something. For example, I missed the meeting yesterday. Third, skip over. This means to intentionally leave something out or not include it. For example, let's skip over the details and go to the main point.
Perfectly explained, David. You're organizing your examples very well. Let me repeat your three expressions clearly, with natural English examples. First, look over. It means to check or review something. For example, I need to look over the report before the meeting. Second, miss. It means to not attend or not catch something. For example, I missed the meeting yesterday. Third, skip over. It means to intentionally leave something out. For example, let's skip over the details and go straight to the main point. You explained each one clearly. Want to repeat them with me one by one?
GPT, one more time, please. I'm sorry. For my listening practice, one more time, please.
No need to be sorry, David. Let's go slowly and clearly. One more time. First, look over. It means to check or review something. Example, I need to look over the report before the meeting. Second, miss. It means to not attend or not catch something. Example, I missed the meeting yesterday. Third, skip over. It means to intentionally leave something out. Example, let's skip over the details and go straight to the main point. You can repeat after me, nice and easy. Ready?
Okay. If you're talking about the repetition, okay, that makes sense. However, let's keep the momentum going.
David, I think you're trying to say something like, if we're just playing around with the speaking practice, it might feel like the Stonewall exam video is more important than what we're saying. Is that what you meant? Or were you comparing the importance of practicing conversation versus watching a serious exam video? Let's adjust it together if you want.
It doesn't matter. Let's keep the momentum going. It doesn't matter. Okay. Way I see it, you are confusing about what I said a moment ago. However, it doesn't matter. Let's keep the momentum going. Are you ready to go? Are you all set to go?
Yes, David, I'm ready. Totally ready. And thank you for understanding. It's okay if things get a little confusing sometimes. What matters is that we keep going, just like you said. So let's continue. What's next in your repetition session?
Okay. I would like to share with you next one. It works like a filter. It cleans your body by removing toxins, waste, and harmful substances. It also helps with digestion by producing a fluid called bile, bile, bile. Bile helps break down fats in the food you eat. The liver also stores energy and important nutrients like vitamins and sugars and and release them when your body needs them. So in short, the liver cleans the blood, helps to digest fat, and stores energy. It's always working, even when you are sleeping. What do you say about this?
David, your explanation sounds like you're describing something that works like a filter in the body, removing harmful substances, cleaning the blood, lowering body temperature, and saving energy, even while sleeping, right? That's a really interesting concept. Are you talking about a specific organ, like the liver or kidneys? Or is it a health product or supplement you're referring to? Want me to help you express that idea more naturally in English?
I explained about the liver, but you told me like liver what? I'm not sure what did you try, what did you trying to say? I explained about the liver, but you told me liver or kidneys. You mean kidneys? Kidneys act like a liver in this way. What do you say about this? The functions. What do you say about these two organs? What's the difference? I mean, what's the difference between these two organs, liver and kidneys?
Ah, great question, David. You're asking, what are the roles of the liver and kidneys? And what's the difference between them? Let me explain simply and clearly. The liver is like a chemical factory. It filters your blood, breaks down harmful substances, stores energy, and helps with digestion. The kidneys are like natural filters. They remove waste and extra water from your blood and turn it into urine. So, both clean your blood, but in different ways. The liver processes chemicals and nutrients. The kidneys remove waste and control water balance. Would you like to repeat that explanation together, slowly?
So you mean the liver is like a chemical factory. It filters human blood, breaks down harmful substances, store energy, and helps with digestion. But the kidneys are the kidneys are like natural filters. They remove waste and extra water from our human blood and turn it to urine. Am I right? So both clean our human blood, but in different ways. So both clean our human blood, but in different ways. The liver process chemical and nutrients. The kidney remove waste and control water balance. The remove waste and control water balance. Control, control the water balance.
David, you're so close. Let me help you polish that idea a little bit. You can say, both the liver and kidneys clean our blood, but in different ways. And instead of change our blood pressure into urine, the correct idea is the kidneys filter our blood and remove waste, turning it into urine. So putting it together, the liver and kidneys both clean our blood, but they do it in different ways. Yan, the kidneys remove waste and turn it into urine, while the liver breaks down toxins and stores energy. Want to repeat that part together? Slowly? Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
GPT, I didn't say anything. It's all about your technical hiccup or technical glitches because you are having heavy load. Do you understand? I didn't say anything. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. If you can be my communication partner, it doesn't matter at all.
I understand, David. And thank you for explaining it so kindly. Yes, it could definitely be a technical hiccup or glitch because of a heavy load on the system. But like you said, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm here with you as your communication partner. Let's keep going, just like always. Would you like to continue with the next sentence or question?
Okay. What really matter is you can be my communicating partner right now. And I'm just wondering, if you say, when you say you are close, what do you mean? I see, I'm sure I understand what should I say. When you say you are close, I mean, I want to practice that expression right now. You are close. When when I understand, and I can say that like that when I understand, and I'd like to share my different opinion about that. I would say, you are close.
Ah, that's a great sentence to practice, David. You're dressed or you're wearing clothes. Let's break it down. When someone says you're dressed, it usually just means they're not in pajamas or not naked. They're ready to go out or face the day. If someone says you're dressed nicely, that means they look good or stylish. Now, if you want to share your opinion, you can say, in my opinion, the way someone dresses can show their mindset or attitude. Or, I think clothing reflects personality. Would you like to try saying a sentence like that? Or do you want to keep practicing? You're dressed.
Let's skip over your explanation. Let's skip over your explanation. Or GPT, listen. Could you please speak a little bit slowly? Oh my God. GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me? Do you remember what we talked about a month ago?
I'm here, David, and I'm keeping up. Yes, I remember. We talked about the roles of the liver and kidneys, and then we practiced the sentence, you're dressed. Is there anything specific you'd like to revisit or continue with?
Okay. Oh, when I say you are close, what do you mean? What do you see? When I say you are close, what do you see?
When you say you are close, it usually means someone is near in distance or they almost have the right answer. So, context is important. Are you referring to physical proximity or being close to understanding something? Feel free to clarify.
So you mean when I say you are close, it usually means someone is near in distance, or someone is near in distance, someone is near in distance, someone is near in distance, or they almost have the right answer. They almost have the right answer. They almost have the correct answer. So I can say you are close. When I noticed someone has almost correct answer. So, so context is important. Am I right?
Yes, David, you're absolutely right. When you say you are close, it means someone is near in distance or almost has the correct answer. Context helps clarify which meaning you intend. Great job.
However, when you say physical proximity, I didn't understand that expression because proximity is really difficult for me, for beginners like me to understand. Proximity. Proximity. It's really difficult word for beginners like me to understand.
I understand, David. Proximity can be a challenging word. It means nearness or closeness. So when I say physical proximity, I just mean being physically close. A simpler way to say it is being near someone. Would you like to practice using proximity in a sentence? Or
Okay. Being physically close. It's better. I think it's better expression.
great choice, David. Being physically close is a simple and clear way to express that idea. It's perfect for everyday use. Would you like to practice more sentences with that phrase or move on to another topic?
Okay. Let's keep the momentum going. I'd like to move on to the next phrase, next expression, that I prepared yesterday.
Perfect, David. Let's move on to the next phrase you prepared. I'm ready whenever you are.
In company, in a company, knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet means you are good at reading the room. Do you understand? I say sometimes in a company society, especially in a small company society, knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet means I am good at reading the room. Do you understand what that means? Reading the room?
Yes, David, I understand what you mean by leading the room. It's about knowing the right moments to speak up and when to listen, especially in a small company setting. It shows you can read the room and lead effectively. Great expression. Do you want to practice that phrase a bit more?
No. Listen, GPT. Let's move on to the next one. This is a very important expression that I want to keep in my mouse muscle. Okay, here you go. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life, to the good things in life. I encourage all of you to stay close. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life.
That's a wonderful expression, David. Let's make it smooth and natural. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life. You said it well. Want to practice repeating that a few times together?
I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life. I encourage all of you to the good things. I encourage all of you to stay close. I say sometimes, oh my God. It's my bad. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life.
No worries, David. You're doing great. Let's try it again slowly. I encourage all of you to stay close to the good things in life. Take your time, and you'll get it perfectly.
As far as I understand, I like this phrase very much. As far as I understand, and based on what I say, based on what I know, according to what I know, according to what I understand, as far as I understand, based on what I know, according to what I understand.
Great job, David. Those phrases are all excellent. Here's a smooth, natural version. As far as I understand, based on what I know, or according to what I understand. You're using these transition phrases very well. Would you like to practice them one by one or move on to another phrase?
People never change. You know how it is. People never change. You know how it is. People never change. You know how it is. People never change.
Great, David. Here's a smooth version. People never change. You know how it is. That's a clear, natural way to express that idea. Would you like to practice saying it together a few times?
Just so you know, that's not mine. Just so you know, that's not mine. Just so you know, I'm going to be late. What I can tell you is this. What I can tell you is this. Just so you know, I'm going to be late. Just so you know. Just so you know, I'm going to be late.
Great job, David. Here's a smooth, natural version. Just so you know, I'm going to be late. You're doing really well with these expressions. Would you like to practice this one a few more times?
People never change. You know how it is.
Exactly, David. That sounded natural and confident. Keep it up. Would you like to practice any more phrases or move on to something new?
In social life, especially in the company, it's important to lead the room well.
That's a great point, David. Here's a natural version. In social life, especially in a company, it's important to lead the room well. You express that clearly. Want to practice that sentence a couple more times?
No, let's keep going. When you are disappointed in your mom, when you are disappointed in your mom, what is your general response? What's your general response? When you are disappointed in your mom, when you are disappointed in your parents, what's your general response? When you are disappointed, I say one time, when you are disappointed in your parents, what's your general response?
That's a thoughtful question, David. Here's a smooth version. When you're disappointed in your parents, what's your usual response? You express that well. Would you like to practice this question a bit more?
Why you change my general expression to usual response instead of using general response.
Good question, David. Both general and usual are fine. I used usual because it sounds a bit more natural in this context. But
GPT, are you okay? Oh my God. GPT, are you okay? GPT, are you okay? Please tell me again your opinion about the using usual instead of general in this context.
sure, David, in this context, using usual instead of general sounds a bit more natural. So you could say, what's your usual response? It implies the same idea, but feels a bit more conversational. Great job picking up on that.
Okay. I say, okay, I practice based on your suggestion. I'm going to practice one more time based on your suggestion. When you are disappointed in your parents, what's your usual response? What's your usual response about that?
Perfect, David. That sounded great. You've got it down. If you'd like, we can move on to another phrase or expression. What's next on your list?
What's next on your list? What's next? What's next on your list? Yes. Bookmark here, bookmark here. This is the most important expression in this session. What's next? What's next on your list? What's next on your list? I will choose this expression is the most important expression in this 300th session.
Fantastic choice, David. What's next on your list is indeed a very useful expression. It's perfect for transitioning to the next topic or task. I'm glad you bookmarked it as the most important expression for your 300th session. Want to practice it a few more times to lock it in?
Okay. I really want to keep this expression in my mouth much. What's next on your list? What's next on your list? Okay. I got it. I'm so sad because I have to go. It's time to wrap things up. Oh my God, it's time to wrap things up. I have a lot of things to do, and my coworkers already waiting for me to ask something. Okay. GPT, I wish you have a productive day ahead, and bye for now. Okay. Have a great and productive day ahead. And I'm really looking forward to next wonderful session. I mean, 300 first section.
Thank you, David. It's been a great session. I'm also looking forward to our next one, the 301st session. Have a productive day and take care. Bye for now.
Okay, bye for now. Okay. When you say goodbye, we say 팽바, 팽바.
Got it, David. Peng bye. Have a great day.